Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk for a few minutes about passive income and why I think it's very important for everyone who wants to become like a digital nomad, if you want to have more freedom in your life, more time. But I understand that most of the people watching this, maybe you don't know what passive income is, or you don't really know why you should want to know what passive income is. So I'm just going to start right at the beginning, okay? So typically people have a job, right? They'll have like one main source of income, typically from one employer, and if they go to work every day for the month, then at the end of the month they'll get paid. They'll get paid a salary or a paycheck, whatever you want to call it. They'll get paid one lump sum of money every month. If they stop going to work, as in if they get fired or if they quit or if they just don't continue to do the work every day, they will stop getting paid almost immediately, right? So there's no passivity to this. There's you go to work every day for 30 days, then at the end of the month you get paid, right? That is the typical situation that most people in this world are in, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that in a way, but there is a better way of making money, especially a better way which will enable you to become more financially free, secure, more independent, and able to make your own decisions, and less reliant on only one source of income from one person or one company. So that's the main situation people find themselves in, right? You have a job, you have a monthly income, and you continue to work in order to keep getting paid, okay? However, passive income is where you do the work, whether that's writing a book, setting up a website, making a YouTube video, creating a course. You build something, right? You create something or invest your time or money into something. And once you've done the work one time, you continue to get paid from then on, regardless of whether you carry on working on the thing. Now, I understand this is a bit confusing for people who don't know what passive income is, right? It's quite confusing to understand this. But let me give you a really simple example, okay? Let's say you write a book. Now, once you've written that book, you post it onto Amazon and it's sold through the Kindle system. People can download it to their Kindles, they can order the paperback version, but you've written the book already, okay? So you've written this book, say it's about gardening, and you sell that book on Amazon through the Kindle system, through KDP. Now, every time somebody buys that book from then on, from the moment you finish writing it, that is passive income. And it's passive because once you've written the book, you don't need to write it again every time someone buys it, do you? So you create the asset or the thing, right? The passive income generating tool or river, I guess you could say, the source of income. You create it once, and then you continue to get paid from that source from then on. Now, not everything is passive income. There are lots of examples with this where you might write a book and no one buys it, okay? And unfortunately, that's what a lot of people find themselves doing. They try and create passive income, whether it's through writing a book or making a course, and nobody buys it. And so in that case, obviously, you've done the work, but you've not got paid anything. And so that's the worst case scenario, okay? The best case scenario, you create something, and it continues to make you money from then on for the rest of your life. Now, the idea with passive income is never to rely on one particular thing, right? So as an example, you want to have a situation where you have multiple streams of income flowing to you, whether that's through a YouTube channel, a book, a course, royalties from a WordPress theme that you've coded, right? These are all ideas, these are all examples of passive income revenue sources, right? Income streams that go through the internet to your bank account every single month, every week, every day. Now, the reason that you would want to create passive income is because think of it like this, right? Say if you have one job, one income. If you break your leg, right, the chances are you're not going to be able to go into work and continue to earn money, and so you're sort of screwed. You need to have money coming in, but you often can't go to work if you've broken your leg. Now, this is just a very simple example, but the point I'm trying to make is it's not secure, it's not safe. One source of income, like think about it like this. Would you rather have one source of income that could disappear at any moment if you get fired, made redundant, the company goes bust, one source of income, or 50 sources of income, all giving you a small amount of money every single day without you having to do anything? Now, of course, if you're like me, you would prefer the 50 sources of income. Not only is it more secure, but it's less like say if you've got 50 sources of passive income and 10 of them disappear overnight. Very unlikely, but it could happen. You've still got 40 sources of income. So you don't really need to worry about in each individual aspect of this system. Say if let's use the books as an example. Say if you've written 50 books, it doesn't matter if one or two start to make slightly less money or even no money one month, because the other 48 will continue to make you money. So the more income streams you have going into your bank, the more secure you are financially and the more able you are to do the things that you love doing. So much easier to do what you love when you've got passive income, because you don't need to be, well, firstly, you don't need to be in one place. You could be working anywhere in the world or not working anywhere in the world. Once you've set these passive income systems up, there's no requirement for you to continue working. Obviously you can, and a lot of people who build passive income, myself included, I love working. I love building new things and writing new books, making courses, videos, but I don't have to do it. Do you understand? Like, I don't. I hope this makes sense for you guys. Like, I'm not needed to continue to carry on working in order to continue getting the income because it's passive. I've already done the work for a lot of these things, the books, the courses, the websites, and so they continue to bring income regardless of whether I continue working on them. And that is a really big thing. That's really important that I want you guys to understand, is that it's a completely different way of looking at this, right? So typically with a job, like I said, you do the work, you get paid at the end of the month. If you stop doing the work, you stop getting paid. But with passive income, what often happens is you will do the work. Let's use a month as an example. Let's say it takes you a month to write a book. It probably would take you a lot less, okay? So you take a month to write this book, and what could happen is nobody could buy that book, meaning you've just wasted a month, right? You've just spent a month working on something, writing the book every day, but no one buys it. And obviously that's disheartening, it's unmotivating, it's not the situation you want to be in, because ideally you want to do the work and get paid fairly quickly after doing the work, and then from then on. But sometimes, if you didn't do the research properly, or if the product that you made isn't good, you'll do the work and not get paid. And obviously that's the worst case scenario. But the best case scenario is so much better. It's so worth the risk that it's almost a no-brainer. Like, surely if there was a chance that you could make something and get paid from that thing every day for the rest of your life, of course you'll do it. Like, what all you're really losing is your time and your effort, which most of the people watching this, you have time. You're watching a YouTube video. There's often many hours during the day where you find yourself entertaining yourself, watching films, Netflix or whatever. And if not, you could always get up earlier, even if it's just half an hour or an hour earlier every day. That is time that you could be using to build a passive income stream, like a tool, an income source that is outside of what you typically would have, which is a job, or what's known as active income. It's called active income because you have to actively do something every single time if you want to get paid. If you stop doing the thing, you stop getting paid. This is just an introduction to passive income. What I'm going to be doing is, with the Nomad Bootcamp, which is going to be a course released very soon, not sure exactly when, but I'm going to be explaining various aspects and concepts within that course on this channel. I'm going to be telling you, like, for example, passive income. This is a general introduction, okay? This is just what passive income is. And then going forward, I'm going to be teaching you how to do things, how to set this sort of thing up, how to build passive income. But this is not all the channel is about. This channel is going to be focused on every single thing relating to, like, personal development, self-help, business, passive income, traveling, all of those sorts of things. But yeah, passive income in a nutshell, you create something, whether it's a book, a course, or even a WordPress theme, anything that you can sell repeatedly again and again. You create it and then you set it up for sale online, and then ideally, if you've set things up properly, the income will continue to come in regardless of whether you carry on working. Now, there are other aspects to passive income which I will touch on in another video. But it's not just about creating assets. You can have passive income from things like investments, from things like bonds, gilts, stocks and shares, interest in property. There are lots of ways of having passive income, and to be honest, the most passive income that you could probably get is through an investment. You invest your money in a fund or a stock or share, or whatever it is in property. You invest your money in something, and then you get an ROI, a return on investment, every single year, usually every month actually, which is known as your ROI, and that's passive income. right? Say if you invested, a common example I use recently is social lending. So through a company like Zopa or Funding Circle, you can invest your money, and what the business will do, what Funding Circle or Zopa will do, is they will lend your money out to several different businesses at a certain interest rate, let's say 6% a year, and you will receive passive income from the repayments of that loan plus interest. So to be honest, that side of things is kind of boring to me. I will touch on it in more detail later, but for now, just try and think of passive income as you're going to either invest your money in something and get a passive income through the interest you receive, or, and this is the most important and probably the most lucrative one that I would suggest to you, is you create something. Try and shift from the mindset of a consumer to the mindset of a creator or a producer. You're trying to create something, to add something, whether it's writing a book, like I said, making a course, making a video. You want to create something and put it out on the internet and find a way for people to buy or rent that thing in order for you to receive passive income. It's a very lucrative, a very effective way of earning money. And once you've set the systems up, it does take a long time at the start because you have to build the things up, create the products, whatever. But once you've done it, like I said, that's it. You know, you get paid for life if you set it up properly, and if there is a certain degree of luck to it as well, because certain things, you know, industries, niches, these things sort of fluctuate, don't they? You know, like you might write a book on one particular topic, and then 6 months later, 1 year later, people just aren't interested in that topic anymore. And so that's why it's important to focus on building evergreen products, things that will always be needed, things that people will always buy. And like I said, I'll get into this in other videos. I've got lots and lots of information to share about this. But that is today's video, just an introduction to passive income. See you next time.